Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Take a look at this headline. This is amazing. Seriously, it is actually amazing. Bitcoin price soars 42% to $10,500, biggest daily gain since 2011. Now look, I'm an XRP guy, but I'm not a maximalist of any coin, and I'm not going to pretend that this isn't awesome. Good for the Bitcoin bag holders. We can talk about utility and real-world adoption in a different video, maybe, but not looking so hot for Bitcoin. But in terms of gains today, this is really genuinely fascinating, right? So I'm going to run through this article. I've also got an article, the flip side, from CCN, who seems to be apparently the arch nemesis of all things Ripple and XRP. CCN with the headline, Bitcoin is booming. Here are 3 reasons why Ripple, and in parentheses XRP, is not. And they shouldn't have Ripple in there. They're really just talking about XRP and not Ripple. Don't put Ripple in the freaking headlines, you idiot sticks. Nah, I'm just being mean. Now I kid. I'm just teasing ya. We can still be friends, CCN. Let's do it. And then I got this. This is from Daily Hodl. Analyst Tom Lee says golden rule for Bitcoin's gains at play as Bitcoin swings. Now, all this is fascinating. So obviously this is an XRP-centric channel, and that's what we're most interested about. But anytime I have a video where I'm talking about anything relating to price, I always like to point out, and it's just a stone-cold hard fact, that the price of XRP indeed moves in tandem with Bitcoin, so this is absolutely relevant for us as XRP holders. Now, before we get rolling here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, you're a pretty cool person. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo person. That's the only thing you could do to become even cooler. So, market recap here. Let's just start at the top. So, market cap for the crypto asset class, $235 billion. You got Bitcoin hovering just over 9,000 as I record this, and XRP at 28.9 cents. But let's look at some fun stuff here. Look at the 24-hour Bitcoin chart. It got up to, according to Live Coin Watch, you can see right here where I'm highlighting, oh, they actually have the 24-hour high here, so $10,288.47 according to Live Coin Watch, with this 24-hour low, $7,408. That is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This is bananas. Gwen Stefani, everybody. Gwen Lambo, maybe? No? Okay. All right, I'll just stop there. And then you got XRP here. Look at the last 24 hours. We got, okay, so here's the thing. Everybody kept asking, just in the last couple days, when is XRP finally going to breach 30 cents? And I don't know that it would have happened this soon if not for Bitcoin's completely insane price action. 30.3941 cents. So went up there, but if you look other than that, you know, it's gone back to where it was more or less 24 hours ago, maybe a hair lower. Okay, so it's still kind of sitting in that same range. And again, Bitcoin has gone back down. So if I hit over $10,000, 10,300-ish, and it's back down again. Let's take a look at what Cointelegraph has to say about this. The last 24 hours have been an absolute roller coaster for Bitcoin price, BTC. Earlier in the week, BTC swiftly dropped by 10% after falling to hold above the $8,000 support. By Thursday, a BTC/USD was sitting on the bottom trend line of the descending channel, and many investors and analysts were calling for a drop to $7,000. That clearly did not happen. I still wonder if it's in the cards, but anyway. A few even predicted that a revisit to the long-term support at $6,500 was in the cards. Despite the bearish bias, traders like Scott Melker and Michael Van de Pop, which sounds like a made-up name, spotted a series of bullish divergences on the 4-hour and daily time frame, and by Friday morning, October 25th, the chart and various indicators on the hourly and 4-hour time frame were flashing bullish. Investors believed that a quick upside move to 7,700 to 7,800 would occur, and many expected that bears would open their short positions at the top of this range and eventually push Bitcoin back down to the mid-7,000s or high 6,000s at worst. But Bitcoin does the opposite. Obviously, this is exactly what did not happen, and the short squeeze that accompanied the first part of Bitcoin's 16% rally from $7,450 to $8,600 resulted in the liquidation of $150 million in shorts at BitMEX. After such a strong move, consolidation around the $8,300 to $8,500 region was the next expectation that traders had in mind. Tackling the $8,800 resistance would have been the next step, and it seemed likely that this would play out depending on the state of the weekly candle at closing. Surprisingly, Bitcoin bulls gathered up enough steam for a final hurrah, And towards the evening of the United States trading session, bulls pressed Bitcoin price far above the $8,800 resistance to set a higher high at $10,540. I don't know why Livecoin watches numbers lower, but they're pulling data in a different way, so there it is what it is. Analysts and traders will probably spend the weekend searching for the exact reasons that catalyzed today's strong 36% surge, the biggest daily gain since 2011. That is kind of unexpected. You know, I hopped on, it was kind of later in the evening, I checked my phone, and that prompted me to tweet something out, which I didn't pull up here, doesn't really matter, but it was on this topic because I saw a tweet from our friend Magic, he's an XRP community member chart analyst, and it was something along the lines of what the hell is happening with the crypto market, and I was like, well, it's either going to mean something really bad or really good in terms of price. So I went ahead and checked the price, and I was like, holy cow, at that point, Bitcoin, it was at 9,600. And then I didn't look at it again, price-wise, for the rest of the evening. And then I woke up today to find out that it hit $10,300, or according to Cointelegraph, $10,500, which is kind of like a little mind-blowing. But hey, it is crypto, so like stuff's going to happen. But let this be a lesson. The asset class indeed is not dead. People are not done speculating because people at large, even if they don't know how this is going to pan out, people get the gist that there is something to this that will have staying power. People have different opinions on which parts of this are going to have staying power. To me, you know my investment thesis, not financial advice, but my investment thesis is that utility matters tremendously. It's the most important thing and will win the day. It's the most important things in terms of investing, I think. Every day, Joe Schmo opinion, no financial background here, just saying. Take a look at this now. CCN. Kicking us while we're down. I don't feel down. Bitcoin is booming. Here are 3 reasons why XRP is not. It's been quite a while since most cryptocurrencies posted tremendous gains. Major coins such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV are up by over 15%. Other coins in the top 10 were not far behind, with Litecoin and Ethereum printing close to 10% gains. The rising tide appears to be lifting all boats except for Ripple XRP, and that is literally not true, by the way. And again, look, so I've cited, of course, yes, XRP moves in tandem with Bitcoin, but I've also cited on this channel and I've shown proof that XRP out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies is the second to least correlated to Bitcoin in terms of price action. I've cited actual data to prove that. It's really not disputable. Unless you want to somehow prove that the facts that are facts are somehow not facts. Good luck on that. So even so like XRP can have longer periods of time for fine. It doesn't move in tandem with Bitcoin, but if you zoom out a chart far enough, you'll see that yes, indeed, it's still moving in correlation perfectly. And even so, we did see yesterday that as I just cited, Bitcoin got up to 10,300 and XRP breached the 30-cent level, which wasn't necessarily going to happen. Fine, it dipped a little bit back down since then, but this is literally not true, what is being cited by CCN. Anyway, and then it continues. While almost every other cryptocurrency is going bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S, guys. XRP is underperforming as it posts modest gains below 3%. This comes at a time when excitement for the annual Swell conference is building. Is the 3rd largest cryptocurrency in trouble? I'm going to tell you right now, it is not. So stupid. Overly dramatic stupidness. And if you're the writer and you're reading this, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. Let's be friends. Here are 3 reasons why the standard is sitting out the crypto rally. Most of this has to do with technical trading stuff, so I'm not going to read all of it, but check this out. Okay, so number 1, trader. XRP struggles as it faces key resistance area. And this is Peter Brand, and I've cited him, so check it out. He is indeed a very famous trader with hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. He has a best-selling #1 book, I believe it was #1 anyway, on Amazon. So Peter Brandt, perhaps the most followed crypto trader on Twitter, predicted that XRP would bottom out once it moves above resistance at 30.38 cents, according to the analyst. The breach of this level will catapult the cryptocurrency as high as 46.912 cents. There you go. Here's the tweet from Peter Brandt on the screen right now. I don't really need to read it. It's what I basically just read. Anyway, there's a reason why Peter Brandt shows 30.38 cents as a critical level to take out. The last time XRP breached 30 cents, the cryptocurrency skyrocketed to its all-time high. The 30-cent mark is such a pivotal level for the standard that the bulls defended it for about a year, from August 2018 to August 2019. Unfortunately, the previous support has now turned into a durable resistance. So far, it appears that the bears are doing a great job controlling their territory. Look, I don't care. Like I've told you again and again, I am a long-term guy, but it depends on the time frame you're looking at. You can say, oh, XRP 2019 not doing so hot. Okay, how about over the last 2 years or 3 years? Thousands and thousands and thousands of % higher than it was back then. It's all about perspective, and we know historically, if you look back, that XRP has longer periods of relative flatness and then dramatic bursts that bring it to new all-time highs, and then it kind of levels back out somewhere notably below that. I have no reason to believe that people are going to stop behaving differently than that, given that, as far as I can tell, people have not figured out this asset class. There's still the same frenzy, more or less, that there was a couple of years ago. Like, people are slowly figuring out, but it's not that different. And the other two reasons are not really worth getting into. They really are quite literally technical reasons that I don't feel like it's worth reading through. It was interesting to share the top one with Peter Brandt because, I mean, it's Peter Brandt. It is what it is. Take a look at this. I've covered this concept on the channel before, but this is a brand new piece from Daily Hodl today. Analyst Tom Lee says golden rule for Bitcoin's gains at play as Bitcoin swings. And so here's what I want to say. I'm just going to read the tweet right here. When did he tweet this out? Was the date? Okay, so it was October 25th, so he's talking about it again. That's right. Looks like, this is from Thomas Lee, tweeted out, looks like October 25th, 2019 is one of the 10 best days for Bitcoin. And it talks about this concept that outside of the 10 best days of each year, I think, I want to say, I can't remember, I don't know if they put where's the year in here? It may have been back to like 2013 or something like that. Outside of the 10 best days, Bitcoin is down year over year 25%. But the point in this is that you only need to have exposure for those 10 days to have tremendous, wild gains. And if you don't have exposure during that time because you panic sold, you miss out on it. Okay? Conceptually, this is true for the stock market. It's just over a different time period that it's true. I've read stories on that. Also, I know that to be fact. I knew that before I knew cryptocurrencies existed. And that's why you don't panic sell and do what you want, but you shouldn't panic. My propensity is you should not panic sell in the stock market either. You just kind of dollar cost average in over time, and then if you're a long-term guy over a span of decades, you'll be substantially up. But if you let the emotions take over and you panic sell, same is true with crypto. You're going to miss out because you're going to miss it. If you don't have exposure during the 10 best days, and maybe it's 9 days, maybe it's 11 days, maybe it's a little more, a little less, whatever, the concept is roughly that, just those few days out of the 365 calendar day years. That is not a thing. The 365 calendar days in each year. If you're missing exposure during that tiny bit, you're not going to do well. So it's best to just be a long-term hodler if you believe conceptually that it's Bitcoin or XRP, whatever you believe in, is going to be there for the long haul. That's it. All right, last thing, I'm going to do a quick community highlight, and then I'm going to wrap up the video here. I got to get going because Moonbay and we're meeting up with friends, and we are going on a little whiskey tour on a party bus to celebrate a friend's birthday. Gonna get all crunk on. It's gonna get BANANAS. I promise that I might not ever do that bananas thing ever again. I hate that freaking song, man. When I was back in college, that stupid Gwen Stefani came out, and all the sorority girls, they freaking loved it, and they just want to dance to it. They're going to stand here in a circle with their shoes and their purses and dance this stupid banana song. Oh, it really grinds my gears. So anyway, here's Ken Melendez going to segue just like that. He tweets out, as a result of the numerous developments within the Ripple/XRP ecosystems, a new publication has been derived from the ground up. Welcome to Ripple Pulse, an exclusive series on coil.com. And here it is right here. If I have time tomorrow, I'm actually going to highlight this a bit more, but I just wanted to mention it because I really like what Ken puts out into the XRP community, and I really like highlighting other XRP community members that are contributing to our little world here, our little XRP ecosystem in whatever way they can. So kudos to you, Ken. I very much appreciate it. But that's it for this video. Gotta go get my drink on. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!